Shabbat Shalom. So nice to be here with all of you as we bring in this Shabbat Pesach. We're about to welcome the angels, but before we do that, why don't we welcome one another? So if you can find somebody sitting near you with whom you did not have Seder. Let's see. Who did? Okay. Say hello and ask them if they had a Seder and what they did, where they were for Seder. Coming on back, many of you know that a couple weeks from now I'm bringing my friend and teacher Rachel Korazim, who's a wonderful teacher of Israeli poetry and really a teacher of Israeli society through the lens of poetry. And I learned from her that in Israel this year people are asking, whereas the question is always, Efot ha-Seder, Efot b'Seder, where are you going to be in the Seder? Where are you for Seder? The question this year is, where are you for Lo b'Seder? Where are you for, it's not okay. Things are not okay. Seder means order, and b'Seder means things are in order, things are okay. So the events in Israel are affecting the language and the greetings, and the way people are interacting in so many ways. So heartbreaking to know that people are asking each other, where are you in the not okay this year? But you know, Shabbat comes and it gives us just a little break from all that not okay. Let's see if for the next 25 hours, among other things, as Lily becomes bat mitzvah, if we can all be in the space of the Seder, everything's okay. Things are going to be okay. Shalom Aleichem, page 11.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Shalom, Achei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni l'shalom, Achei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Lily, would you bring your parents on up and please come lead us in lighting candles? I'll take a moment of privilege and to say that I've known Lily's dad for a long, long, long time, and Elaine and Arnie, a branch of his family, I've known for even longer. And so it's really very special to be here in this moment with all of you.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Turning to Kabbalat Shabbat, beginning with Yidit Nefesh, page 8.
Abdecha eretz toncha, yarutz abdecha kemo aya yishtacha ve'emul hadacha. Yeremo yedidotecha minofesu v'chol ta'am. Yeremo yedidotecha minofesu v'chol ta'am.
Page 20, Psalm 95.
L'churu Adonai la'Adonai nariya l'tzoyishenu. L'churu Adonai la'Adonai nariya l'tzoyishenu. Nekama fana betoda bizmirot nariya lo. Betoda bizmiron arialo l'chunu Adonai la'Adonai nariya l'tzoyishenu. L'chunu Adonai la'Adonai nariya l'tzoyishenu. Yishenu Nekadma Fana Betoda Bismiro Narialo Nekadma Fana Betoda Bismiro Narialo Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz Shiru Ladonai Baruch Shemo Basru Miyom Le'yom Yeshuato Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz Shiru Ladonai Shir Chadash Lai 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 Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice.
Ya'alon,
Let the trees of the forest sing.
Ya'alon,
Let all creation rejoice. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Az Yiranenu kol aseh Az Yiranenu kol aseh Az Yiranenu kol aseh Az Yiranenu kol aseh Ya'alon. Let the trees of the forest sing. Let all creation rejoice. Let the trees of the forest sing. Bechol asher bo ya'alon sadai.
Taking a few deep breaths before Shabbos really begins. L'chadodi, my colleague, Rabbi Bill Burke, used to turn to me. We were on the bima, and he'd say, all the Jewish people are dancing right now, everywhere. We're all dancing right now at this wedding. L'chadodi, it's on page 29. One more deep breath before we start.
L'chadodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמעו וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עם מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבת בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייכם עלה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התנערי מעפר קומי, לבשי דבדי תפארתך עמי, על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי, קרבה אל נפשי גאלה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שתדברי, כבוד אדוני עלייכם עלה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה בירתי לה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מבעייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמסוס חתן הכלה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת נקבלה. l'chadodi, לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 פני שבת Kabbalat. Yamin ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תעריצי. על יד איש בן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לחדותי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת מקבלה. לחדותי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובסהולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לחדותי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לחדותי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. יללה, 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 לחדותי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לחדותי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה.
Page 36.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Ya, la, la, lie, lie, lie. Ya, la, la, lie, 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 lie. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Hamevorach, hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Night becomes day, day turns to
few moments ago we prayed and we sang Kavod Adonai Alayich Nigla from Lachad Odi. It's the end of one of the paragraphs. And it's translated in our Siddur the way it's often translated, which is God's glory now shines upon you. Right? God's glory, Kavod Adonai Alayich, upon you, shines. But the nice thing about Hebrew is that conjunctions can mean almost anything. In can mean through, can mean and, can mean also. They can all mean all kinds of different things. So al can mean upon you, as in from another source. God's glory is shining upon you. But it can also mean through you. It can also mean, actually, the glory of Adonai is you. When I see you, when I look at you, what I see is Kvod Adonai. Martin Buber taught us that if you want to experience God, you can go to the sanctuary. It's a nice way to do it. You can go to a Seder. It's a nice way to do it. You can do all kinds of things. But another way to experience God is to love a human being so much that when you look at them, you don't see that human being. You see God. Kvod Adonai Alayich Nigla. The glory of all that is holy is you. The Jewish tradition teaches us to deepen and deepen and deepen our love. Ahavat Olam, page 37.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Amen.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Page 38.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha
B'chol me'otecha
v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'ripatam bam v'shivtecha v'beitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha
Ukshartam le'ot al yadecha
v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha
Uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Turning to page 39, if there is a week to sing Mi Chamocha, this is the week, Shabbat Pesach. This is a circle song, so there's a part for everybody.
Yes. My freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom,
My freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom,
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש נור התהילות, אוסף אלה, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש נור התהילות, אוסף אלה. My freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, my freedom, your freedom, Adonai, Yimloch le'olam, va'ed le'olam, Mi chamocha, באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש נור התהילות, אוסף אלה, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדע בקודש נור התהילות, אוסף אלה.
Beautiful. Happen to know there's a few people praying with us tonight who could use a good night's sleep. Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzeiteinu uvoenu lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam.
ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל Shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם
שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ.
שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית
עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש.
שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Amidah begins on page 44.
I want to sing you a song called Desert Song because it's Pesach, right? And I have always loved the words to this song, especially this part. Someday you will reach the desert, held by the warmth within the skies, Breathe in the exhale of the desert and see yourself reflected in her eyes. The moment you reach the desert, you realize she's been singing a song of life and love. And to your surprise, you're singing with the desert. You've always known the words to sing along. You have a voice to share. You're coming home where you belong. She's calling. I bet when you see the ocean, you're drawn to the strength inside the waves. But if you get caught within the ocean, the undertow will let you lose your way. I bet when you reach the ocean, can't wait to sink your toes into the sand. Instead, you will sink into the ocean and watch your heart move slowly from your hand. She's calling. She's calling. She's calling. She's calling. Someday you will reach the desert, held by the warmth within the skies. Breathe in the exhale of the desert and see yourself reflected in her eyes. The moment you reach the desert, she's been singing a song of life and love. To your surprise, you're singing with the desert. You've always known the words to sing along. You have a voice to share your song. You're coming home where you belong. She's calling. She's calling. Oh, she's calling. She's calling.
I have a few people in Phoenix I'm going to send that to. Turning our hearts to all those who are hurting, near and far. If there's somebody on your mind tonight for whom you'd like to pray for healing, I invite you to share that name now.
Ana Elna
Please take note of the opportunities coming up here in your brochure. Lots going on here, lots more on our website and in your email inbox.
I have
Join
one
us.
in particular to
And
tell you
especially-
about. The Recovered Voices concert next Thursday at 7. They're exiled Jewish composers who escaped Nazi Europe and came to LA and found work in the burgeoning film industry. These composers created film music as we know it. Their works will be performed by violinist Adam Milstein and pianist Dominic Shelley, I hope I'm saying that right, from the Colburn School, giving voice to composers silenced by the Third Reich.
Please join us, very important. My friend, Rabbi Jonathan Zasloff, made note of the following comment on Facebook. It was posted by producer Jeremy Flood. A good law of history is that if you ever find yourself opposing a student movement while siding with the ruling class, you are wrong. Every single time, in every era, no matter the issue. Not long ago, I would have loved that statement. Like many of you, I am a power to the people type, speak truth to power. And I'm especially moved by a youthful surge of energy that insists on justice. Young people with so much to lose, risking so much, risking their lives. Remember that iconic picture at Tiananmen Square? The March for Our Lives movement started by students at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, Greta Thunberg. And some of those movements have undeniably changed our world. Civil rights in the 60s, feminism in the 70s, the outrage on campuses following the Kent State shootings. I suspect that some of you were in those movements, and we're proud to know that you were. But someone responded to Flood's post with a description of the NSGSU, the National Socialist German Students' Union. This was also a radical student movement from 1926 to 1933 that sought to bring down the Weimar Republic and replace it with the Nazi regime. And my friend Jonathan listed a whole bunch of student movements, quite literally from Maoist China to now in the US in our own backyard, movements that would make us shudder. Of course, most student movements are not fascist movements, but that doesn't mean that they're exactly right either, which is part of why this moment is so incredibly painful for progressive and liberal Jews. Some, not all, but some of the protests on college campuses have moved far beyond being pro-Palestinian and are better characterized as anti-Israel and anti-Semitic. Some include targeted hate speech and intimidation. Just today, a student leader at Columbia said, "Zionists don't deserve to live." To be fair, that student apologized. But still, comments like that strike deep fear and outrage in our hearts. It's also true that many of us are not exactly aligned with those who are calling for the National Guard and other heavy-handed tactics on campus, and it's difficult to know exactly where we stand. It's not this week's Parsha, but I happened to be studying Korach yesterday with a student who's preparing to become bar mitzvah. The thing about that story, it's a story of a rebellion, is that when Korach leads his rebellion against Moses, his argument is quite reasonable. He says, why do Moses and Aaron hold all of the power? Aren't all of God's people holy? It's not the words spoken by Korach or their surface meaning that are the problem. The rabbis teach us that it's the spirit of divisiveness, greed, and arrogance that causes God to quash the rebellion and return power to Moses' hands. This story is used as the example of an argument that is not for the sake of heaven. There are two kinds of arguments in our tradition. One that is l'shem shamayim, for the sake of heaven, for a society to better itself and build itself and learn from each other, and one that is not. And Korach's rebellion is considered one that is not. And so the Jewish tradition teaches us that we must be discerning about the movements we join. It's exciting, maybe even intoxicating, to be a part of an activism that will change the world for good. But that exciting nature and that intoxication can be dangerous, too. Another example from our tradition, in Exodus, Moses tells the people, gather your gold and your jewelry. We'll use it to build the Mishkan, the sacred space. That commandment comes just 2 weeks after Aaron says the very same words for the building of the golden calf, the most egregious error of our people. It's the exact same words. It's almost the exact same scene. And in one story, it will divide our people and erode our community, and in another, it will bring us to a holier future. We have to be discerning in the movements we join and in the leaders we follow. On this Shabbat Pesach, this time of redemption, this moment of liberation and hope, I want to say first and foremost to all those affected by these chaotic experiences on campuses, to all TIOH college students, parents of college students, students in LA who are far from their families, we are with you. We are holding you. If you are frightened right now, or hurt, or alone, we are with you. We were part of a consortium of synagogues that sent Shabbat dinner to UCLA Hillel students tonight, and if anybody here or listening knows of someone who could use a Shabbat meal or any kind of reach out, please do not hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. And I also want to say to those who are joining the protests, if you're listening, or if you know someone who is, please consider another way to express your views. There is a reasonable side to the pro-Palestinian movement, a very reasonable side. There's a reasonable critique of Israel to offer. There's a reasonable critique of the US to offer. But the minute the energy bleeds into anti-Semitism or denigration of any people, it is no longer a movement for justice and peace. It is not calling for an end to suffering, but rather it's furthering. College students, could your generation be the one that teaches us how to dialogue, to resist the power of sound bites and slogans, to choose instead talking and listening? That would be redemption. Shabbat Shalom. We rise for Aleinu, page 282.
לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה, ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגוי הארצות ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונה, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא. והשב אותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים. והשב אותה אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים.
milvado. Ein od efes zulato. Ein od milvado. Ein od efes zulato.
Echad, Adonai Echad, Shemo Echad, Echad, Adonai Echad, Shemo Echad,
Ein od milvado. Ein od efes zulato. Ein od milvado. Ein od efes zulato.
Please be seated as we turn to, excuse me, page 292 for Kaddish Yatom. I invite you to rise as I share the name of your loved one. We remember tonight especially Morton Aronson, Maria Balassa, Dorothy Balin, Selena Bojarski, Robert Corneliuson, Patricia Freudenheim, Phyllis Jubelirer, Thelma Lasco, Edward Leeser, Ruth Litt, Leon Neidich, Ruth Nussbaum, Odif Podell, Sidney Rocklin, Shirley Rose, Evelyn Rudnick, Pam Rudnick, John Sartain, Susan Schramm, Gary Sperling, Alfred Weinstock, Stephen Wolfson, Morris Wolpe, one of the founders of TIOH, Peggy Kahana, Barbara Pallenberg, Senator Joseph Lieberman. If there's somebody else for whom you'd like to say Kaddish tonight, I invite you to please rise and share their name. Rabbi Laurie Phillips. We're going to continue this experiment. It's not a fixed practice. It's an experiment that the mourners will lead us in Kaddish Yatom, and all the community will support their prayers with Amen and with the responses. Page 292. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Ve'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala uvizman kariv ve'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach ba'arvi. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. Why don't we stand together for Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'imromav. Oseh Shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one
one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
It's my pleasure to invite Lily back up to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi, and to invite everybody to join us for a Kosher for Passover Kiddush in memory and honor of Selena Bojarski, provided by Donna. And if you're here for Yachad, I think the event is either next door or 2 doors over. We'll help you find it. Yeah, next door, right there. That way. It's that way. It's going to be fun. You can be seated if you like.
Eloheinu melech haolam, borei beri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratah b'anu, v'shabbat kosho b'ahavat hilanu, zikaron l'maseh bereishit, ki hu yom tehillah l'nikra'e kodesh, zeher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'charta, v'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava u'ratzon, v'natanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Hashem l'chaim.
You can take a sip. And we were supposed to have matzah here. I think they forgot it, but we'll go ahead and bless anyway, so we can have some in a little bit. It's juice, yeah. Definitely juice.
Better than having challah.
Wine tastes terrible until you're 21. It's weird. Okay, the motzi ready.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'te'avo.
Please rise for Hatikva, and then we'll conclude.
Kol od balevav benima, nefesh Yehudi homiya, ulfate mizrach kadima, ayin letzion tzofia. Od lo avda tikvatenu, hatikva bat shnot apayim, liot am chavshi be'arzenu, eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Liot am chavshi be'arzenu, eretz
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
We used to call it the rabbinic intern program. It's my rabbinic intern, Ezra. What now? Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.